Namaste. Are you in the present? When somebody asks us this question, we always think about the mind wandering back to the past or the mind thinking about the future with fear. This is what we think about. This is a bigger picture. Most of the time we think of something which happened in the past, somewhere where we went wrong or we made a mistake or someone treated us badly or you failed somewhere in something. So many of us have many things like that in life. So sometimes the mind is always recollecting those incidents and again analyzing them. So we think about that. When we say, are you in the present? This is what comes to the mind. And many people live with this burden of the past, which bothers them, disturbs them and troubles them. And then again there is the fear about the future. What will happen about this? What will happen about this? Where will I go? What will I do? How will my children fare? All these kinds of fears. So generally, when we talk about being in the present, we talk about incidents from the past, their impact on us, or fear about the future. But I am not talking about those things. What I mean here is this particular moment. Are you here? Whatever you are doing, or is your mind thinking about something else when you are actually engaged in some other work? That is the context in which I ask this question, because today you will find many people talking about multitasking. What do you mean when you say multitasking? They say multitasking is better. How can you be engaged with only one activity? There is so much to do. So if you try to do 2 or 3 things at the same time, then you can save a lot of time. So they talk about time management. But let me tell you, the mind energy works at its best if you focus on one thing at a time. When you try to do many things at the same time, the mind energy gets either distributed or distracted. And when it gets distracted, what happens is the main thing which you are doing, the focus will not be there. Now there are so many examples I can give you. Sometimes I have met lot of women, I have seen also, when they are cooking in the kitchen, they have their phone here and they are deep into a conversation with somebody. Now what happens is, this is also something which you can call multitasking. So you are having a conversation and you are also cooking. Okay, most of the time the cooking is routine work, so you don't have to focus much, you don't have to think. This is what they say. But what happens is, even that routine work, if your mind is elsewhere, then you may either skip something or you may forget something, or you may either add salt twice or something like that can go wrong. And after you finish the cooking, when you think about it, then you may not be able to recollect whether you did it properly or whether you missed something completely. That can happen. So in such circumstances, it would be so much better if you can avoid multitasking and try to concentrate on whatever you are doing, so that the energy, your mind energy, is totally focused. So that way definitely the outcome will be better. Then there is another example where today you have a lot of people working from home. So they sit at home with the laptop or the phone or whatever they use, and either you are writing or you are working on some assignment, or if you are a student, you are doing your maths or you are doing your science, and or you are reading something, trying to grasp what is there. And at that time people say, I will switch on the TV. And they will say, I am not watching a movie, but at least news can be there. So if news is running, it's okay, I can concentrate on my work. But you just imagine the situation. If you are sitting there and doing your work and news is on, suddenly you hear that there was a huge accident, a major accident somewhere, or something like that which is very big. Automatically you will turn towards the TV. Your entire mind goes there, and definitely you will feel compelled to watch what they are saying, to listen to whatever they are saying, and grasp all the details about whatever happened. It can be an accident, or it can be something which something major. Definitely you will want to see. Or sometimes it is about somebody who murdered somebody. These things keep coming on the TV. So automatically your mind goes there and you will listen to everything. And then when you come back to whatever work you are doing, whatever you had grasped till then, whatever you were planning to write or planning to do, everything would have receded to the back space of your mind. And now once again you will have to concentrate, focus, try to bring it back and try to remember what you really wanted to do, what you were planning to write or what you had read till then. So there is a lot more effort going into it. If the TV is not on and if you are only doing your work, you would have done it like that. You wouldn't have to read it again and again. Think about that. And now I keep coming across parents who have a lot of complaints about their children because online classes are going on, and there is this habit of listening to music while doing their assignments or whatever. Sometimes what happens is because of the online classes, the teachers give some material on WhatsApp and they ask the children to copy it down in their notebooks. Now the teachers are asking them to copy it in their notebooks with a particular reason. The time that you spend copying whatever material is given is a time when you focus on that particular topic. So that way some of it can get grasped in the mind. That is the purpose of making them write. But most of the students say, I have earphones, so I will be listening to my music as I am copying, because this is only copying what is there. So I don't have to focus on this. So what is happening there is they are not even aware of what they are losing there. And music is not always bad, but when you listen to it with earphones, you cannot concentrate 100% on whatever you are doing. But the same music, if you play it in the house, like I love to play slokas in the morning, any divine songs, slokas. I have a lot of playlists that way, one for Monday, one for Tuesday, one for Wednesday, depending on what songs I want on those days. So I let it play in the morning, it goes on for 2-3 hours. It doesn't disturb me. I have Lalita Sahasranamam playing, Vishnu Sahasranamam playing, Kanda Sashti Kavasam playing, and since we know these slokas, it's just running at the back of the mind, so you are in tune with it. But you do not have to focus and listen to what is being spoken there or sung there. I can do my work properly, I do not get distracted at all. That kind of music will not distract you because it's just playing there, it's not with headphones. That makes a very big difference. You must try to understand that, because many people have this habit of doing everything with headphones. So listening to music is a major thing there. And definitely many times it can take your mind off the work that you are doing, and it will require much more effort to come back and once again grasp and do things there. Similarly, sometimes people say when they go to a gym, they like to have earphones, or when they go for a jogging also they like to have earphones. Jogging is okay because you don't really have to focus on anything there, you are only running, you be aware of your surroundings, that's all. But in a gym what happens is, when you are doing exercise, if your mind can also focus on whatever you are doing, then the outcome is better. But there will be music in the gym anyway, generally they play music in the gym. That kind of music may not take away your concentration so much as when you listen to music with earphones. But again, there are some people who say, when I use my earphones and listen to music in the gym, then I am not distracted by anybody else. I can focus on what I am doing. So there you can decide depending on how you take that situation and how much your mind is required to concentrate on what you are doing. Now, supposing the mind is really getting distracted and you do want to be in the present, I am talking about the present, this moment, and how to make the most of it, how to make your performance the best, then you can even train your mind. How do you train your mind? Start with small things. One example I can give you is, if you are doing puja, many times I have come across people who say, I recite so many slokas every day, I chant so many mantras every day, but throughout that half an hour or 45 minutes, I am only thinking of my problems. I don't seem to receive any energy from the mantras. How can you receive? Because your mind is on your problems. On the other hand, if you are going to, for an example, if you are going to chant Om Namah Shivaya 108 times, let's say, what is the point of mentally chanting Om Namah Shivaya and also mentally thinking about the problem that you have with somebody in the house? Then the energy of these mantras you are not getting, it's just being done as a routine. Instead of that, those 2 minutes, it takes only 2 minutes to chant Om Namah Shivaya 108 times. Those 2 minutes, if you concentrate, if you have a picture of Shiva in your house or a Shivalingam in your house, you can look at it and chant. Otherwise, you can close your eyes and think of Shiva and chant Om Namah Shivaya. Then in those 2 minutes that you finish 108 times, you will receive a lot of energy from Shiva, and that is the best way to chant a mantra. So that way, if you look at it, whatever you are doing, even small things, if you are playing with your child, do not keep watching your phone. If you keep looking at your phone and play with the child knows or feels that he or she is being neglected, and I have come across many kids like that. So there you concentrate, play with the child, enjoy the time. So you also benefit. So that way you can train yourself to be in the present by constantly reminding yourself that you need to be in the present, make the most of the present, and also give your best to the present. So practice it and see, I am sure you will enjoy it.